Hey everybody, John C.
Denise Richards and the lovely
Lulu. If we seem a little bit excited today, it's because we rushed into the office this morning to record this Happy Thanksgiving special edition, all things home video, just for you.
Da-da-da!
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It's a beautiful day.
I want all of you to put below what you are most thankful for.
Do that for us. That's
this
a great
year.
idea,
What
Denise.
are you most thankful for? John?
I can't believe I didn't think of that. What am I most thankful for? That's a great question. I'm thankful that what in the world? This desk is going to blow up on us. I'm most thankful for not having to run the turkey trot this year.
Okay.
I didn't have to run it.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing to be thankful for.
My daughter did not ask us to run it as a family this year, so I was thankful for that.
That is good.
I'm also thankful we have some friends, as I mentioned in the last video. We have some friends coming over today for the Thanksgiving goodness, and that's a lot of fun to spend time with friends and family during this holiday, don't you think?
It really is, especially for people like us who are so busy all the time, to just completely check out for a day.
We are so busy.
Dedicate our time to our families and our friends.
Don't know that I'll be checking out on Thanksgiving, though.
I'm
I
gonna.
will still be checking emails, texts. Last year, I actually showed a home Thanksgiving Day.
You know, I guess I'm lying because if somebody needed a pre-approval letter to put an offer in, I would absolutely drop everything, the turkey too.
It's just who we are.
Anywho, but I am incredibly thankful.
All right, so I am too. Thank you for saying that. I'm thankful that you said that. So let's talk about inflation briefly, because last episode, if you didn't see that, it was the best video that Denise and I have done up until today's, because today's will be the best. But inflation and how that has eased a little bit. We're not going to talk much about that because I want you to watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. Inflation slowing down. The government is actually slowing it down, believe it or not.
Easing like Sunday morning.
Easy like Sunday morning. All right, let's see here. Today, we are not just going to sing songs for you. We are going to talk about this article that I saw earlier today. The article topic is called 1 in 3 Sellers Granting Buyer Concessions. So, first and foremost, Denise, tell people what a concession may look like. What's something you would think? Because there's a lot.
I was just going to ask you that. Do you know what a concession is? It's when a seller is conceding to pay some of the buyer's closing costs.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, you can get very creative with that money and doing lots of different things with that money.
You can. Now, concessions also, when I hear the word concessions as a realtor, you're thinking of just the financial side. As a realtor, concessions can also be other things, not just money. It could be, hey, could we also have the furniture in the house? Could you concede to maybe a different closing date? Some things like that. That's what I think when I think of concessions.
Yes, I'm all about the dollars.
Let's talk about the dollars, though.
Yeah.
Talk about that for a second. What would that look like to somebody? When would they ask that in a contract? When would somebody concede to something? Because here's the process. They're already under contract with the seller. Maybe they do the inspection, and then I'm a mess today, aren't I? Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I'm busy on Thanksgiving Day. People are calling me on Thanksgiving Day. They want to buy houses. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll call you right back.
That's right.
So seller concessions, back to that. So
yeah,
what would that look like?
So let's say you've already gone under contract and you're going into it thinking everything about the home is going to be exactly what you want. And you find out during the inspection that it's really not. That maybe it needs some work on this item or that item. Or maybe you've just kind of gotten a little bit of cold feet and don't feel that the sales price is worth it. So you ask the seller for concessions. And like John said, it could be lots of things. But when it comes to money, it could mean basically one of two things. Is the seller going to pay your closing costs or a portion of them? Or is your seller going to pay points to get your interest rate down?
And one thing this article talks about as well, too, that you kindly mentioned there, and that is some sellers gave out concessions after even lowering the listing price. So one of the concessions may be, hey, we're going to lower the listing price because of whatever. The home needs this or it needs this before closing. Seller concessions, like you just said, maybe they want some extra money towards closing costs or something like that based on something they've seen with the house. Maybe the appraisal didn't come back at the right price, so they want some concessions there as well, too.
And there's some really fancy programs out there that when the seller pays for those discount points for the buyer, we can reduce that interest rate as much as 2% the first year.
That's pretty good.
It's a really big bang for the buck. It's a great way to bridge the gap between interest rates today and what they'll be at the end of fourth quarter next year.
That's right. So there's a couple different concessions. Now, you can't just ask for concessions anytime during the process of contract. There are time frames within the contract, so talk to your local experts. on that time frame in your contract. If you are working with us, we'll be glad to keep you in those time frames so that if something pops up and you need to ask for a concession towards closing costs or something that we've just mentioned, we can help you ask for that from the seller. Now, since sellers don't have to give concessions, they don't have to agree to doing these things. So if you do ask as a buyer for some type of concession, just know that your contract could be in jeopardy to fall out of contract to where the seller can then put the home back on the market. So make sure you talk with your agents about that concession and would it jeopardize your current contract, closing date, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you could even get these concessions going into contract, right? The way that you negotiate, the way you structure that offer as you go in, it can be done in the beginning and it can be done during the inspection period.
Great. Love that. So true. So if you have a good realtor, good financial advisor, they can help you with those up front. And it's best to ask for concessions up front so that you're not hitting the seller with something and then they got a bad taste in their mouth and they think it's just best to do it
You
up
want
front
them
if
to
you
love you right out the gate.
Love you. Good loving process. Hey, let's do this. I want to talk about something that we only talk about every once in a while, and that is commercial real estate, but not really real estate, commercial realtors. Because even though I can sell commercial real estate, if somebody wants to buy a commercial building or they want to lease something, the real estate license that I hold does cover that as well too, anywhere in the state of Florida. But it's a different beast. Have you noticed that? Do you do some commercial lending?
I'm exactly of the same mindset. I can do commercial lending, but I don't. I leave it to the professionals that's all they do.
That's their niche, right? So I have not done commercial real estate. I pass that business on to someone in my office. This person that I'm going to talk about today, this is our local connection. I'm going to connect you with a local realtor who all she does is commercial real estate, and she specializes in a certain field of commercial real estate. She can do everything, but she loves working with restaurants or retail spaces.
Interesting.
I know. I have a lot of restaurants around here. So if you're looking to buy or sell restaurant space, or you need to lease retail space, doesn't just have to be restaurants, that's her specialty, but if you need help with that anywhere from Collier County up to Charlotte County, this gal can help you. Her name's Catherine Vigliano.
I love that name.
I love that name too. Isn't that wonderful? So Catherine, Kat, whatever you want to call her, Kathy, she can help you out with your commercial real estate. And the reason I mention that is this. Here's why she's important. You want to know why she's important?
Other than being a Keller Williams agent like yourself?
Other than being that, she is joining the John C. team.
The Naples Founders team that I am on also?
No.
No, your real estate team.
You got it.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
So John C. is expanding. I love talking in third person. John C. is expanding his real estate empire. And so to do that, I'm bringing on a commercial real estate agent onto my team so that we can cover the full gamut of real estate here in Southwest Florida.
So smart.
So if you need a commercial realtor, give me a shout. I'll get you connected with my best friend, Catherine Vigliano. She can help you out. We'll put her information also below in this video. Is that all right?
Perfect.
If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. Hopefully you watched this video about 5 times during your Thanksgiving dinner. And also you shared it with everyone at your table. And you told them how there's 2 people that are in your life that mean the world to you. And you can share this video with them. That'd mean the world to me.
And then you would mean the world to them.
It's a great world we live in. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Bye now.